The Quantum Leap. Dr. Maya Santos stood at the observation window, watching as technicians swarmed around the sleek silver vessel suspended in the massive underground hangar. The ship, officially designated QFD-001, but nicknamed Pathfinder by the crew, gleamed under the harsh industrial lighting. At just 30 meters long with its elegant tapered hull and distinctive blue glowing engine ports, it looked deceptively simple. Nothing about its appearance suggested it might rewrite the fundamental laws of interstellar travel. Final systems check complete. Dr. Santos called out Commander Jin Park from his station. All parameters nominal. Maya nodded, her dark eyes never leaving the ship. 7 years of work, theoretical models, failed prototypes, countless sleepless nights had led to this moment. Her fingers unconsciously traced the small scar above her right eyebrow, a reminder of the explosion that had destroyed their third prototype. Dr. Santos, a smooth voice, interrupted her thoughts. She turned to find Director Elena Volkov approaching, the head of Earth's Advanced Propulsion Division, and the only reason this project had survived multiple attempts to shut it down. The Oversight Committee is requesting an update on the test schedule. Maya suppressed a grimace. Tell them we're proceeding as planned. Launch in 40 minutes. The Galactic Council ambassador has requested to observe. Says it's part of the technology exchange agreement. No, Maya said firmly. The quantum fold drive remains classified until we've proven the concept. That was the deal. Volkov nodded, a slight smile playing at her lips. That's what I told them. Just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. Since Earth's formal introduction to the galactic community 27 years ago, humanity had been treated as the galaxy's newest technological infant. The Galactic Council, dominated by species that had mastered spaceflight millennia before humans left their atmosphere, maintained strict control over technology distribution among developing species. Standard faster-than-light drive technology had been graciously shared with humanity, but it was deliberately limited. Council regulations permitted human vessels to achieve speeds of approximately 12 light-years per week, fast enough for modest exploration and trade, but ensuring humans remained firmly under the Council's thumb. Maya remembered clearly the day she presented her theoretical findings on quantum field manipulation to the Council's Science Directorate. The Arcturian Science Director, a being composed of crystalline structures that shimmered with internal light, had actually laughed, a strange tinkling sound that still echoed in Maya's nightmares. Your enthusiasm is commendable, Dr. Santos, the alien had said condescendingly, but your theories demonstrate a fundamental misunderstanding of subspace mechanics. Perhaps in another century or two, your species will be ready for such advanced concepts. That had been 5 years ago. 5 years of secret funding from Earth's unified government, operating under the guise of conventional propulsion refinements. 5 years of breakthroughs and setbacks, all hidden from the watchful eyes of Council observers. T-minus 30 minutes to launch, announced the facility's eye. All non-essential personnel, please clear the testing area. The hangar's activity increased as final preparations were completed. Maya moved to the main control center, where her core team was assembled. Dr. Wei Chen, quantum mechanics genius, and Maya's former professor, Commander Park, test pilot with over 1,000 hours in experimental craft. Dr. Edicina Okafor, whose revolutionary work in material sciences had made the drive housing possible, and a dozen others, Earth's finest minds united by a single purpose. What's our status? Maya asked, sliding into her chair at the primary control station. Quantum field stabilizers at 98% efficiency, reported Dr. Chen, his eyes fixed on scrolling data. Better than any previous test. Power systems nominal. Added Dr. Okafor. The new containment matrix is holding perfectly. Maya took a deep breath. Commander Park, are you ready? The commander nodded from his remote piloting station. Ready when you are, Doctor. Begin pre-launch sequence. Unlike conventional ships, Pathfinder would operate unmanned for this first full-scale test. If successful, It would travel to Mars orbit and back, a journey that would take conventional FTL drives approximately 7 minutes each way. Maya's calculations suggested Pathfinder could make the round trip in under 30 seconds. Quantum field initializing, Dr. Chen announced. On the screens, blue energy patterns began swirling around the ship's hull. Field coherence at 99.2%. Release docking clamps, Maya ordered. With a series of metallic clanks, Pathfinder was freed from its restraints, now floating serenely in the center of the chamber, held in place only by containment fields. Commence countdown, Maya said, her throat suddenly dry. 10, 9, 8. The blue energy patterns intensified, enveloping the ship in a shimmering cocoon of light. 7, 6, 5. The ship began to vibrate subtly, the air around it seeming to fold and ripple. 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate quantum fold drive. For a split second, Pathfinder seemed to stretch, as if viewed through a distorted lens. Then, silently, and without any dramatic flash, it simply vanished. The control room erupted in a flurry of activity. Signal tracking active, Dr. Okafor shouted. Pathfinder has. Wait, these readings can't be right. Maya rushed to her station, heart pounding. What are you seeing? According to telemetry, Pathfinder has already passed Mars orbit, Dr. Okafor said, her voice rising in disbelief. That's less than 3 seconds. Maya felt lightheaded. The technology wasn't just working, it was exceeding their most optimistic projections. Tracking signal shows Pathfinder has reached the programmed turnaround point, Commander Park reported, eyes wide. It's already heading back. Before anyone could respond, the monitoring systems chimed again. Quantum signature detected in the test chamber, the AI announced. Reemergence imminent. With the same subtle distortion effect, Pathfinder reappeared exactly where it had vanished moments before. The entire round trip to Mars and back, a distance of over 100 million kilometers, had taken less than 17 seconds. The control room fell silent for one breathless moment, then erupted in cheers and applause. Maya found herself being embraced by Dr. Chen, the usually reserved scientist overcome with emotion. We did it, he whispered. We actually did it. Director Volkov was already on her secure line to the unified government. Madam President, Project Quantum Fold was successful beyond our highest expectations. The implications are, yes, I understand. We'll begin immediate preparations for Phase 2. As the celebration continued around her, Maya found herself drawn back to the observation window. Pathfinder floated peacefully in its chamber, looking no different than before its historic journey. But everything had changed. Humanity had just leaped centuries ahead in technological development, and the galaxy was about to find out. Thousands of light years away, in the central monitoring facility of the Galactic Council, alarms began to sound. Senior analyst Sorvak of the Council's Technology Observation Division stared at his display in growing alarm. The energy signature was unlike anything in their extensive databases, powerful, elegant, and impossible by their understanding of physics. Director Thiele, he called, his four-fingered hand trembling slightly as he manipulated the controls. You need to see this immediately. Director Thiele, a tall, willowy being with iridescent skin that shifted colors with her moods, glided across the monitoring chamber. As the head of the division responsible for tracking technological developments among newer council members, she had seen many surprises in her 3-century career. Few had caused her skin to flush the deep purple of concern that now spread across her features. Where did this originate? She asked, her melodic voice unnaturally tense. Sol system. Earth. Impossible. Their development is carefully monitored. They're centuries away from this level of quantum manipulation. The signature is unmistakable, Director. And there's more. Sorvak highlighted the trajectory analysis. Whatever generated this energy pattern moved from Earth to Mars orbit and back in less than 20 of their seconds. Director Thiele's skin shifted to a pale yellow, the color of fear among her kind. Alert the High Council immediately. Priority Level 1. Within hours, representatives from the 12 most advanced civilizations in the galaxy had assembled in the Council's emergency chamber. The atmosphere was tense, filled with disbelief and rising concern. High Councilor Draz of the Arcturian Collective, his crystalline body pulsing with agitated blue light, addressed the chamber first. The monitoring data has been verified. A vessel of human origin has moved through space at velocities that exceed our fastest ships by a factor of thousands. Their quantum signature suggests they've developed technology we theorized, but deemed impractical centuries ago. How have they hidden such advances? Demanded Representative Vorix of the Zetvoran Empire, his scaled skin flushing deep red with anger. We have monitored their research facilities, reviewed their scientific publications. There was no indication of such a breakthrough. Clearly, our surveillance has been inadequate, noted Ambassador Shen of the Tellurian Confederacy, her gelatinous form rippling with agitation. The humans have been more clever than we anticipated. As the Council debated in increasingly alarmed tones, Director Thala studied the data more carefully. The humans hadn't just made an incremental improvement to existing technology. They had discovered an entirely new method of manipulating quantum fields. They had achieved in decades what had taken other species centuries or millennia. And if they could do this in secret, what else might they be capable of? The Cosmic Reckoning. 2 weeks after Pathfinder's successful test, Maya found herself in a situation she'd never imagined. Standing beside the President of the Unified Earth Government in the Grand Assembly Hall of the Galactic Council. The circular chamber, designed to accommodate representatives from over 200 spacefaring species, loomed vast and imposing around them. Tiered seating rose in concentric rings, filled with aliens of countless forms, all murmuring in dozens of languages as they awaited Earth's address. "Are you ready, Dr. Santos?" President Isabella Chen asked quietly. Maya nodded, though her stomach churned with anxiety. "As ready as I'll ever be." At a signal from the Council's massive crystalline arbiter, the chamber fell silent. President Chen stepped forward to the central podium. "Esteemed representatives of the Galactic Council," she began, her voice firm and unapologetic. "For 27 years, humanity has honored its commitments as the newest member of this august body. We have abided by technology restrictions, trade regulations, and exploration boundaries. We have endured patronizing treatment and scientific dismissal from races that achieved spaceflight when my ancestors were still fashioning tools from stone." Maya could see the shifting colors, postures, and appendages of the alien representatives, body language that indicated everything from outrage to concern. "Today, I am proud to announce that Earth has developed the quantum fold drive, a propulsion system that enables travel at speeds previously deemed theoretically impossible by Council science. We achieved this breakthrough not through stolen technology or outside assistance, but through human innovation, determination, and the brilliant work of scientists like Dr. Maya Santos." President Chen gestured toward Maya, who felt hundreds of alien eyes focus on her. "Earth is prepared to share this technology with the galaxy under fair and equitable terms. But let me be absolutely clear. We will no longer accept arbitrary restrictions on human scientific advancement. The era of humanity's technological infancy is over." The chamber erupted in chaos. Some representatives shouted demands for immediate technology transfer. Others called for sanctions against Earth for violating development protocols. Still others whispered urgently to their aides, already calculating the political and economic implications of this power shift. High Councilor Draz raised his crystalline appendages, commanding silence. "President Chen, your announcement is troubling. The Technology Development Concordat exists for the safety of all spacefaring civilizations. Uncontrolled advancement has led to disaster in the past. With respect, High Councilor," Maya found herself speaking before she could reconsider, "your concerns might be valid if we were developing weapons technology. The quantum fold drive is purely for transportation. Its only danger is to outdated power structures and artificial technological hierarchies. Gasps echoed through the chamber at her bluntness. President Chen gave her a subtle nod of approval. Furthermore, Maya continued, emboldened, our drive technology operates on principles that your own scientists dismissed as impossible. Perhaps it's time for the Council to reconsider its certainty about what is and isn't possible. In the days following Earth's announcement, the political landscape of the galaxy transformed. Some council races, particularly those who had chafed under the technological restrictions imposed by the dominant species, reached out to form new alliances with Earth. Others, alarmed by humanity's sudden leap forward, began advocating for containment policies. Ambassador Grell of the Pellerin Federation, a race known for their strategic thinking, requested a private meeting with President Chen and Maya. The tall, insect-like being studied them with compound eyes that reflected rainbow patterns in the conference room's light. Your species has disrupted 5,000 years of carefully managed galactic stability, Grell said, mandibles clicking. Some on the Council are calling for extreme measures. Are you threatening us, Ambassador? President Chen asked coolly, offering a warning. The Arcturians and Zetforans are mobilizing their fleets. They speak of containment and security measures. Maya leaned forward. They're afraid that if humans can make this breakthrough, other developing species might follow our example. Precisely. Grell's antennae twitched. A gesture Maya had learned indicated agreement. Your quantum fold drive doesn't just revolutionize travel, it revolutionizes the power balance that has existed for millennia. And where do the Pellerins stand? President Chen asked. We prefer adaptation to extinction, Grell replied simply. We wish to negotiate technology exchange. Preferential terms. As similar negotiations unfolded with other races, Earth was rapidly transforming from an overlooked newcomer to a pivotal power in galactic politics. Meanwhile, Maya and her team worked feverishly to improve the quantum fold drive technology. Within a month, they had increased its efficiency by 40% and reduced the massive power requirements that had initially limited its applications. The first human starship equipped with the production version of the drive, the UES Prometheus, completed a journey to Alpha Centauri and back in under 3 minutes. The same trip would have taken conventional FTL drives nearly 5 days. But tension continued building. Arcturian and Zetforan warships began conducting exercises near Earth's outer colonies. Trade restrictions were imposed. Diplomatic communications grew increasingly hostile. 6 weeks after the initial announcement, an emergency session of the Galactic Council was convened. This time, Maya found herself seated beside Admiral Helena Ortiz, the head of Earth's recently expanded defense forces. They're positioning for a show of force, the Admiral murmured, reviewing tactical data on her pad. The Arcturian battle group has moved within striking distance of our Proxima colony. They wouldn't actually attack, Maya whispered back. Would they? The Admiral's grim expression provided answer enough. High Counselor Draz took the central podium, his crystalline form pulsing with ominous red light. This council has maintained peace for 5 millennia by ensuring balanced technological development. Earth's unilateral advancement represents an existential threat to galactic stability. We propose immediate technology transfer to the Council, with human quantum fold drive development placed under Arcturian supervision. And if Earth refuses, President Chen asked from her seat, then the Council will be forced to implement containment protocols. Draz replied, the euphemism for military action clear to everyone present. Maya watched President Chen rise slowly, her expression resolute. Earth rejects these demands entirely. We came to this council as equals, not subjects. Any aggressive action against Earth or its colonies will be met with the full force of our defenses. The chamber fell silent, the tension palpable. Then, unexpectedly, Ambassador Shen of the Tellarians moved to the speaking position. Perhaps, the gelatinous being suggested, her translator rendering her vibrations into spoken language, we might consider a different approach. Earth has achieved what many thought impossible. Rather than fear this advancement, could we not learn from it? Adapt to it? The humans have shown us that our understanding of physics remains incomplete. Is that not the essence of scientific progress? Murmurs spread through the chamber as other representatives began to voice similar sentiments. The Pellerin ambassadors stood next, followed by representatives from a dozen other civilizations, many of them younger species who had also chafed under council restrictions. A new consensus appears to be forming, observed Representative Lomax of the Indiri Collective, one of the council's oldest members. Perhaps it is time for the council itself to evolve. After hours of heated debate, a compromise emerged. Earth would share its quantum fold technology with all council members through a newly established Institute of Advanced Propulsion, with Maya appointed as its first director. In exchange, all technological development restrictions would be lifted not just for humans, but for all spacefaring civilizations. This isn't just a victory for Earth, President Chen told Maya as they prepared to return home. It's a fundamental shift in how the galaxy operates. You've helped create a more equal cosmic community. Maya gazed out at the stars visible through the station's viewport. I just wanted to build a better engine, she said with a small smile. I never expected to change the galaxy. The greatest breakthroughs often have the most unexpected consequences, Chen replied. The question now is, what will humanity do with its new position in the galactic order? As the Earth delegation's ship prepared to depart using its conventional FTL drive, the quantum fold technology still being prepared for wider deployment, Maya contemplated that question. Humanity had proven itself capable of innovation beyond what the oldest spacefaring civilizations had achieved. They had forced the galaxy to recognize them, not just as newcomers, but as equals, even pioneers. But with that recognition came responsibility. The breakthrough that had begun in her laboratory had reshaped the power dynamics of an entire galaxy. What other impossibilities might humans prove possible? And what would those discoveries mean for the future of all intelligent life? As their ship broke orbit and accelerated toward Earth, Maya knew one thing with certainty. Humanity's journey among the stars was just beginning, and the universe would never be the same.